Hey guys, this is going to be a quick review on the Olympus E-PL2. This is a pen series camera made by Olympus. This is the last generation of the E-PL series. They now have the E-PL3. This is the E-PL2, so this was just recently replaced, but it's still a good quality and now cheaper camera. And if you're looking for something in this line of micro four thirds sensors, this is a good camera to get right now because it's got a lot of features, and it's a little bit of a discount now because it's the older version. So I'm just going to do a quick overview of some of the features of this camera. As you can see, this is the white version, and this is by far my favorite coloration of this camera. I think it just looks really nice, and it has this nice tan grip here. It's like a faux leather styled grip. I think it contrasts really well with the white camera body. So let's just do a quick exterior look here. You can see first off the kit lens that comes with it. It's a zoom. It's a 14 to 42 millimeter. And this is going to be I believe it's a 2.5 crop factor, so you have to multiply this by 2.5 to get your actual 35 millimeter equivalent. So how this lens works is it's a collapsible lens, which means in order to use it, when you first turn on the camera, if I turn on the camera right now, it's going to say the lens is locked, please extend the lens. So what that means is that it's in its collapsed or portable position. So what you have to do is you twist it clockwise, and once you get to 14 millimeter, it snaps, and now it's locked in to the 14 millimeter to 42 millimeter. And to collapse it again, you press this little switch, and then you can turn it and collapse it. So that's how the lens works. The lens is made out of plastic, but it's really light, but it's decent quality. It's got a manual focus ring here. It's a real fluid moving ring, not bad. The lens itself is a 3.5 to 5.6 aperture. That's your standard speed for a zoom lens of this millimeter range. Here you have your lens release button. Press that down, twist the lens, it'll come off. You can see the sensor there. It's that micro four thirds size sensor. Left side, you don't have anything but your little loop here for your strap. You have on top, let me get zoomed in here. On top you have, on the left, you have your pop-up flash. You can see there. Sticks up pretty high. It's a good flash. I really like the flash on this. Then you have your full-size hot shoe here. So it'll accept any full-size hot shoe accessory, but it only works properly with your Olympus accessories. I tested a Nikon flash, or a Canon flash, sorry, and it worked, but it didn't meter properly. Up here you have your, I believe that's your microphone. And then you have your mode select dial here. You have photo, art, scene selection, movie mode, manual, shutter priority, aperture priority, and program. Then obviously you have your shutter release and your on and off. And so that's the top. On the right you have your HDMI and what is that? Your AV out USB port. On the back you have a record button here. Then you have a magnifying glass button here that'll allow you to zoom in to picture you're previewing. Then you have an assortment of other commonly found buttons, your playback, your delete. So anyways, let's get into the camera menu itself. As you can see, in order to see anything, you have to unlock the lens. So now you can see there. Give you an idea of the focus speed on here. Not that fast, but it's alright. It's decent. So anyways, on this screen you can see some information here. You can see the ratio for the picture size. Then you have the picture format size. You have your HD video capacity, your picture capacity, your current aperture, shutter speed, your picture mode, your ISO. So let's get into the menu here. So that's your info button. That'll toggle the display. You can have your full info, your histogram, or just bare minimum nothing. Now let's get into the menu. You can see your first menu here. You have your card setup, image aspect ratio. In your second one, you have your image stabilization options. There's 3 different options here for image stabilization. The nice thing about this camera is that it has built-in image stabilization into the body, so you know, no matter what lens you put on here, whether it has stabilization or not, the camera already has it, so you don't have to worry about, you know, shaky images with lenses that don't have stabilization. You have your playback options, which are blacked out right now because of the mode I'm in. You have some shooting options, your autofocus manual focus settings. You can change the autofocus area, autofocus mode. This is just your, I'm not going to get into this that much because this is just your common menu stuff. Over here you got your settings, just your common stuff. So let's see, what else can I get into here? I can put it on art mode and you'll be able to select a number of different art filters, which are pretty neat. You have, starting at the top, you have pop art, which kind of makes very contrast, vibrant pictures. That's fun to use. You got soft focus, which kind of puts like a I don't know, like a whitish tint over all your pictures. You have your grainy film, your pinhole, which is kind of like a vignette. Your diorama, which is a pretty cool mode. It's kind of like a miniaturization mode. And then you have your dramatic tone mode, which is also pretty cool. The only problem with these modes is that the processor running this camera is kind of slow. So when you're using one of these modes, the live view is kind of it's a little laggy. And when you take a picture, let me take a picture right now. Well, normally it takes yeah, you can see up here, it takes a while to save. It takes a lot longer to save than a normal picture. What else here? You have your scene mode, which will give you a bunch of different scene selection options: sport, landscape, portrait, landscape, e-portrait, portrait, macro, wide angle. I'm not going to go through all these. There's a lot of them. There's a panorama mode. Just your common stuff. Nothing spectacular. Then obviously you have your movie mode. Just press the movie button to start, and you can press this to take a picture. You have your manual, shutter priority, aperture priority, and your program. You got a speaker back here. Other than that, there's not really much to say. The image quality of the camera itself is pretty good. It's not an APS-C size sensor, so you can't really expect the detail you're gonna get with like a Sony Nex camera, which is my other camera. I have a Nex 5, and comparing this to that, you're not gonna get the same amount of detail that the Sony gets just because of the sensor size. But this is a fun camera to shoot with. I like it's kind of got like a retro style. I like it. Let's see. Let me just go through a couple of the other specs I didn't cover. It has a 12.3 megapixel sensor, if I didn't say that already. The image processor is the TruePic 5. I think now the E-PL2 and EP3 and EPM1, all those are using the TruePic 6, I think. It's got a dust reduction system, which is just a a sensor cleaning system to keep the sensor clean. It gives you some manual control with the movie mode, art filters. It's got the direct movie button here. It has a accessory port, aka hot shoe. It's got the 22 scene selection modes, eye auto with eye enhance, which will kind of give you like a an automatic enhance to your pictures. It can do autofocus with focus tracking, so you can select an object you want to track, and it'll do the tracking for you, so you can stay on that subject. Let's see. It's got the micro four thirds mount, obviously, so this will accept any micro four third camera, which is basically going to be your Olympus. Any micro four third lens, which is basically going to be your Olympus lenses and your Panasonic lenses. So that's nice that you can use Panasonic lenses as well. Let's see. You can shoot in RAW, JPEG, and RAW. Obviously that's common. Well, that's basically it. I really like this camera. Cool camera. Retro styling. I love the white. It's fun to use. Good quality images. I'll give a little link below to my photo blog, where I'll put up some sample pictures I've taken with this thing, so you can see what the image quality is like. Because I don't like putting images into the video, because it never comes out accurate. You could be watching the video at a low setting, and your picture's going to look like crap anyways, because it's in a video, and pictures aren't meant to be watched in videos. So anyways, click the link below and I'll give you some example shots. Other than that, I thank you for watching, and I hope that you will like the video and subscribe for future videos.